Welcome to the first Mills and Reeves in conversation with on food regulatory products. We are going to be looking at the novel foods, cultured meats, alternative proteins, and in particular the new approval that has been provided in relation to cultured meat in feed this year for Meatly. So I introduce Katrina Anderson here. I am Jessica Burt. We're part of the Mills and Reeve Food Regulatory Department. And to start off, Katrina, looking at novel foods, cultured meat, alternative proteins, what is the difference between this approval that we've received for feed and the novel foods process? And why is this an opportunity for businesses?
It's an opportunity because when you get to the regulation of really innovative products like this that are really cutting edge, we've actually got quite a divergence between food and feed regulation, which isn't normal because very often food and feed regulation run somewhat in parallel. But when you get to these cutting edge products, if you want to get regulatory approval for food, so that's something for human beings to eat, then you need something called a novel foods authorization. And that means you've got to submit a dossier to the Food Standards Agency to prove that your product is safe. And that is a complicated, long-winded and quite onerous process. There is no equivalent for feed. So you do not need an authorization to place the product on the market. You do need to get your facilities authorized. And that needs to be done by the APHA under the Animal Byproducts Regulation. But it's a much less complex system. It's just, in principle, a fairly straightforward application form and an inspection.
Is this a situation where potentially the technology has outstripped the legislation and you're very much trying to shoehorn new technologies into an older part of the legislation?
You're absolutely right, Jess. That is really the challenge with getting that authorization from the APHA, because when the Animal Byproducts Regulation was written, it in no way envisaged alternative proteins or cell-grown meats or any of these innovative products. So the biggest challenge is trying to work out in all the possible classifications of animal byproducts and products derived from animal byproducts, how this particular product, whatever it is you want to get authorized, actually fits into those classifications. So that's really the, if you like, the regulatory challenge you've got. But once you've overcome that hurdle, then it is just simply an application form and an inspection, which is much easier than the novel foods, which is why there is a real opportunity to bring alternative proteins, cell-grown meats to market as pet foods and other animal feeds in the short term in the way that's much more challenging for human food.
And I suppose now the APHA, the Animal Plant Health Agency, has authorised the premises for this cultured meat, this alternative protein. They have accepted the new technology and how it would fit in with the classifications of animal byproduct or derived product. And in your view, Katrina, does this represent a bit of an opportunity for other businesses?
I think so. I mean, obviously, each individual product will be unique, so it will need to look on a product-by-product basis how it fits into that regulatory scheme. But the principle has been established, the precedent has been established, which means that it is going to be easier, I think, to get those authorizations for facilities in sort of subsequent applications. So it is definitely, I suppose, the way has been paved to bring these products to market as feed and pet food.
This sounds like good news, and obviously with expert legal advice,
absolutely,
that would obviously benefit any application, and certainly shows opportunities ahead.
Absolutely. Thanks,
Many thanks, Katrina.